to Fashion Savages with Jay Simon. Today is such an exciting episode, guys. It's only episode 2, and we are bringing the fire. I have the fabulous celebrity makeup artist, author, first lady, and the list goes on for this one, Kym Lee on my couch.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes! And then I have my fabulous co-host, Ashton Gail, bringing us everything TV, my TV guru.
Hey, guys.
Girls, let's take a toast to this because we have so much fashion to uncover tonight. So, ladies, let's get into the 95th Oscar Awards this year.
Yes.
I cannot even start this conversation out with the biggest trend of the night. The white affair.
Yes.
I felt like white took over last night.
Absolutely. As it should.
It was so beautiful to see everybody in beautiful white. And I felt like the white brought a simplicity to the red carpet last night.
And with all that everybody's been going through in LA, they needed a cleansing.
Yes.
They needed a cleansing, child. Let's start over again, honey.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. We need some purity in the place. So let's talk about the stunning white looks that was some of my favorites last night. Let's start off with Sophia Garson and Gia Besti Valley.
Honey, it was giving Miss Diana, honey.
It was giving
Queen.
Diana, it was giving
Absolutely.
royalty. Those emerald diamonds was just the perfect gesture to that beautiful tulle chiffon gown. I think that gown was breathtaking.
Oh, it was several layers of organza. I mean,
layers.
it looked like the Italian organza of old, of the days of old. It was just layers and layers and layers and layers of it. And I can only imagine what that dress weighed and how fabulous it was in person.
And she wore it so light.
She did.
And I love that she really referenced old Hollywood with the beautiful brunette hair, with the beautiful dark diamonds. It was
that
just
bang.
It was polished.
I mean, it was that beautiful
Salutes,
Audrey
baby.
Hepburn
Yes,
bang.
absolutely.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. It was classic.
It was very
It was
classic.
a good classic moment. Next, we have Ariana DeBose.
Loved
and
it.
Versace.
Oh, she was absolutely gorgeous. The detailing of the gown, the way she looked, the simplicity of her hair, the earrings being,
So let me tell you the
simply
moment
stated.
that did it for me. Versace, Donatella, we know is gonna give us a gown.
Absolutely.
She's gonna give us a red carpet gown. But them sleeves on that gown is unmatched. The sleeves are beautiful.
And see, the sleeves did it for you, but the décolleté did it for me.
Yes.
It was all of that beading that went down from her neck all the way down to the plunging neckline.
And the cut.
It was made for, if they poured it into her.
They poured it into her.
They dripped her in diamonds.
They dripped her, baby. They dripped her in diamonds. She slayed that. The split, to me, I just felt like she did white in a modern way.
Yes.
That is the futuristic white moment on the red carpet.
Absolutely.
It was just done so well. Next, we have Halle Berry and Tamara Ralph. So what are your thoughts?
I have mixed emotions, and I think because I'm a makeup artist, I feel like her makeup was a little dark around her eyes for that
it
look.
was.
Totally agree.
So it was, and I know she was going for this Grecian goddess look, which was fine, but I think that it was the makeup, and I almost liked the hair. I almost liked it. I saw where it was going.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I really wish it had been a little bit more contrived.
Okay.
Like, that's just me. I don't know. I can't get past the face and the hair.
And the hair. And for
Let's look at the gown.
I feel like the gown is a dream. The gown is beautiful. I love these rose decor pieces that she has as her jewelry. They're dipped in crystals.
Yes.
I think that they really pulled that together. Her skin looks really good against that white in the jewelry. I am with you, Kym. I think that the makeup is way too heavy. I would have liked to
those
see,
legs.
and it's Halle Berry.
Legs, baby.
And I feel like Halle Berry can pull off a very clean makeup look.
can.
She doesn't need the heavy makeup, the heavy eye. I feel like it really washed what they were doing with the hair. Now, me, being a hairstylist, with the hair, I love that toss wave. I love that the wave was not perfect. I love that it was kind of like, the day after wave. But
you know me, I like day one hair.
That's yes, you do. You do. And I love O'Hare. But to me, I feel like that is why the makeup should have been light.
Okay.
It should have been fresh all around the board. I feel like she should have been looking like she's walking out of the sea. I want to feel her look like a mermaid walking out of the water. Like, everything else was a nail for me besides the makeup. The makeup was just way too heavy.
Well, now I can get into the gown then.
Yes.
Now that you've helped me with it, I can get into the gown.
So let's get into the gown. The gown is actually a white double satin drape halter gown with rose gold crystal jeweled accents.
Okay, well, I can't come forward.
Yeah, so
check me. You win, girl.
And we all know that Holly is Oscar royalty.
Yes, she is, honey. She's the first African American woman to win an Oscar.
Yes,
so we ain't coming for you, Holly girl.
Yes,
she love you.
We love her. We love her. We love her. Next, we have Tim's and Lever Couture. What is your thoughts on this moment?
It was
dreamy.
It was like the wind blew her in from a dream.
Kym, I'm so glad you said that, because she looks like a chocolate cloud. It's just like a cloud with beautiful chocolate.
You just want to lay on it. It was like and without getting makeup on it. Like, I just want to nestle in it. Like it just seems soft and fab and airy.
She looks like she's going to just lift from the red carpet and just fly away. I mean, it was a beautiful moment for her.
It definitely was.
It definitely was a beautiful moment. We all know that she wrote the lyrics to Rihanna's song that Rihanna performed at the Oscars, and that was a way to show up and let them know I'm the writer. I did the lyrics. She did that gown.
Hold me close.
Did she?
Lay me down.
She did that gown.
I wish I could
She
sing.
did that gown.
Yes.
Mindy Kaling, she looked amazing in that white Vera Wang.
Baby, she works hard for her money, okay? She has lost that weight, and I'm trying to get her secrets. Okay?
What? Because honey,
she looks amazing in that gown. First of all, that midriff, that all of that adornment in her midriff, it accented the fact that, listen, girl, I have worked hard and I look good, and I want you to see it.
And I want you to see it. That was a come out moment. And the dress was so immaculate that I have to get into the details of this gown.
Come on, let's talk about it.
We have to snatch the wigs real quick on the details of this gown. This gown is a white silk crepe, off the shoulder sleeve column gown with an exposed boning. That exposed boning in the middle, and it was her decision to actually add the white into the boning to really show that she's lost weight.
And when you wear that white and that boning in that area, you have to be confident. So she's been doing those sit-ups. She's been crunching.
And Kym, I love that you talk about confidence, because guess what? She originally had the dress done in black. Vera Wang did a white and a black. She ended up picking the white for the red carpet and wore the black later. Because she was so confident. She said, don't hide me in black. Put me in white, but I'm still
the exact same dress.
Yeah, she gave us two.
I love Vera.
Two, a black and a white in the same gown, custom made.
Yes,
fabulous.
Work it, Wang.
Fabulous, fabulous. So, Ash, let's get into these fabulous presenters of these fabulous awards last night.
Yes. So, I have three that were my top favorites. One of them presented as a duo, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, and Emily Blunt.
Before we go any further, we have to give a drum roll with Ashton Gail.
Yes.
About to knock my champagne over because Dwayne Johnson and that pink Dolce and Gabbana,
give it to me
last night.
Can I have it?
Was everything.
It was the salt and pepper. The salt and pepper and the beard just sealed the deal for me with the pink.
Dwayne Johnson and that silk pink Dolce number was literally giving the girls a run. It was like a best dressed moment. It was better than the gown. I could not stop looking at the TV.
Took my breath away.
And he's always been handsome, but I feel like that tailoring, that color, the fabric, the texture really brought how gorgeous of a man he is. And of course, his guest, Emily Blunt, was stunning in that Valentino.
Yes, absolutely.
It was so simple. It was just a simple but effective, moment. When you're standing next to a man like that, she did it right.
She did it right.
She did it right.
You really can't outshine him.
You cannot.
You just gotta let him be.
Yes.
You gotta let him be. And he said that to her on the red carpet.
Yes.
He said that to her so many words on the red carpet. He's one of my fellow Tauruses, and he slayed that carpet last night.
As he should.
Yes. So who else you got for us, Ash?
Okay, next is going to be Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. We all know.
Let me tell you why. Michael B. Jordan, okay, he was in Louis Vuitton. I loved it for him. But the reason why I chose him for this segment is because of how him and Jonathan Majors went when it was their time to present, how they acknowledged Angela Bassett.
Absolutely. Okay, so can we have that moment about Angela not winning last night?
That was the biggest disappointment. And I called her last night.
I'm sure.
And she was very gracious, as she always is. Yes. And she said, when it's my time, it'll happen.
Yes.
That was her response to me.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, was hot. That was
Let me tell you. Let's ready to turn it on.
The edges were lifted.
When I tell you, if this was not my job last night, I would have cut the Oscars off.
Yeah.
My heart dropped to my toes because I feel like she has given us 30 years of not just a career, but she has delivered every single performance she's ever done. I mean, over and beyond. But like she said, when her time, it's going to be her time. And I pray that she really gets her time because nobody's more deserving than her.
Absolutely. And she's had a great year during the award season. I mean, during the award season, she's won at NAACP.
Yep.
I mean, she's won many, accolades.
Yes.
And so for her, but this is Hollywood's big moment.
Yes.
And I was very disappointed with the Academies. And so I shame on them. And I know they've gotten some I know they've gotten some backlash.
Absolutely. I know that the internet was in an uproar last night.
It was.
I mean, it literally took me like 30 to 45 minutes to come back around and try to get back into the awards. Because I'm like, Jay, this is your job. Like, but other than that, I wanted to tap out. I was very, very upset. I felt like it was going to be the highlight and the ending of award season coming to an end with her being our beautiful winner, but she's still a winner in everything she does.
Everything. I mean, her team slayed last night. Our A-team, we call ourselves A-team.
Yes.
All of us that work with Angela, and they slayed last night. I mean, Brandy had her hair.
We're going to get all into that, baby. We're going to get into this Angela, baby, because she was the Oscars.
She was.
Yes. Okay, so, Ash, do you have any more presenters?
No, that's all I have.
Okay, well, let's take a cheers to Dwayne Johnson one more time.
Yes.
Woo, that was too good.
Yes.
For lickable moments.
Yes.
So another person like Angela Bassett that has been getting their moment this year on the stage is Rihanna.
Absolutely.
The Rihanna reign just won't let up.
She's our new rock star mom.
She is our rock star mom. Rihanna always delivers. She always comes and gives us what we don't expect. And that's why we love her, love it or hate it, because it's a lot of haters. Love it or hate it, Rihanna's going to slay you every time. So let's talk about these looks that Rihanna gave us last night, because she didn't give us one. She didn't give us two, but she gave us three.
Honey, that wardrobe team was working
last night.
They
was working for the money last night. So the first red carpet look that she gave us was an Alaya in a chocolate leather. I can't express how happy I was about this look. At first, when I saw it just in picture, it didn't really smack me the way that I wanted to be smacked until I saw it in movement. In movement, it was so gladiator, futuristic, bad bitch pregnant mom.
Oh, absolutely.
Rihanna takes her pregnancies and she just takes them to the next level.
Absolutely.
She is not afraid to be bold and strong at no time in her life.
Yes, and that's
Rihanna's
what that gown said.
Vulnerable.
That's what that gown said, and I love the detail under her belly.
Yes.
Because it was ruched in some kind of way. It was like reinforced detail. It was just
with the slits on the side.
Slits on the side. Yeah.
It just was awesome.
Yeah.
And the chocolate leather.
It's hard for her to do wrong with me.
It's
absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah. So I could be a little biased.
She is a fashion savage at all times on this couch.
Definitely.
The second look was her performance look in a Maison Margiela. This.
Well, what does Maison do wrong? Maison. Do wrong. He don't do wrong.
The level of texture, fabric used for this look. Let's talk about John Galliano and how, to me, I feel like he brought his 90s genius moment back. We all fell in love with John Galliano for Louis Vuitton back in the day. Because he gave us fabrics that wove together that you didn't expect. And last night she gave us brocade, she gave us lace, she gave us diamonds and crystals.
She gave us moments.
She looked like a rich chandelier in the middle of Paris.
Period. Period.
On stage. Period. It was everything that I wanted.
It was champagne. It was diamonds. It was feathers.
Yes. It was everything.
Yes. It was everything a wealthy woman should have.
Yes. Very, very wealthy. It was very wealthy.
It was giving me very wealthy.
It was giving very billionaire big. A very billionaire Rihanna.
Very third generation wealth.
Yeah.
Yes. Not first.
Not first.
Yes.
I do
oh,
this. I was born in this.
It's giving great grandbaby is going to be wearing her vintage.
Period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, period. And still spending her coin. Yes, absolutely. And then the third look, she came and gave us this beautiful mint Bottega Veneta. And it just was, it's just so effortless. Like the gloves, the skirt, the wraparound fur. I mean, who does it better?
I mean, her and her bow. They're just so cute.
I mean, like that baby bump and ASAP favorite accessories on her. Like, I love
am
it.
so happy to see Ree happy like
Yes.
this. They're having another.
And they're having fun.
Yes.
Every time somebody tries to comfort them, I always say they're having
fun.
Get into the fun. Let's tap into the fun.
Yes. And it's like we are so happy to see her outside of Fenty for a minute. And we love Fenty. Yeah. And she gave us Fenty for so long. And she said, this is all I'm going to give y'all now.
Baby, Fenty running this stuff.
It's running this stuff.
Yes. Okay.
But to see her out of that mode and giving us her again, it's like, she does me like Beyonce. We don't deserve her. She's a queen. Yeah. Another black queen. And we can have more than one. Yes, we can.
Thank you.
So, girls, let's get into it. The Oscars is the biggest fashion night of the year.
Absolutely.
They prep and they get ready for months ahead of time for the Oscars. But the reason why the Oscars is so exciting in fashion is because it's not just the Oscars red carpet we have Vanity Fair.
A dream.
And Vanity Fair, to me, I think, does Oscars red carpet.
Every year.
And we're going next year.
Oh. Come on now, get ready, Daddy, and I'm coming for all the looks. So let's start with Megan Thee Stallion, who was gone for a minute, but she back with the jump.
Yes, Megan.
I love it.
She was in Bosch May. She gave us a good old kinky African wig. She gave us this snatched corseted number with her boobs sitting up. I mean, it just was absolutely good.
It was
so good to me. I mean, just to see her, honey, just come back. I mean, honey, she's everything to me.
She's everything to me.
And I do love that big tousled wig, honey.
Yes.
Because it was giving, I don't care.
And I don't care. It was giving me very much retro glam.
Yes.
It was giving me very much rock star glam. She was a rock star last night at Vanity Fair.
Absolutely.
I was here for the whole moment. Yes, Megan, please give us many more of those moments, darling.
Yes, girl.
So next we have those Jenner sisters, Kylie and Kendall, darling.
Yes.
You know they always give us a good fashion moment.
They do. And I feel like the designers give them a little extra push.
Yes.
A little extra push.
They do, because when I tell you the details of last night, you would know that the push they get.
Honey, I can't wait to hear them.
So we had Kylie and John Galliano, another John Galliano moment.
Okay.
And it was giving iridescent goddess.
It was everything.
It was everything. For Kylie to be so young, she knows and really understands fashion to me.
She does.
At first, I thought it was a little costumey, and then I got into the details of it and realized, because at first it was giving me Catwoman.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And then I was like, oh no. It's something a little special.
It's like
about
fluid
this.
on the body.
Oh, yeah.
It was very special. And then Kendall came and slapped us with the 2008
Yes, she did.
archive vintage from Jean Paul Gaultier.
She looked amazing.
Jean Paul Gaultier can never do wrong.
Never.
Honey, he was the one who did those first fabulous looks for Beyonce back in the day.
Yes.
Those Gaultier pieces. So I just love all of the details of Jean Paul Gaultier.
From the very beginning, Gaultier was known for structure and creating the women's waist, well, no waist, you know. Gaultier, Balmain, Dior, they used to literally fight in the houses back in the day, in the original houses, for who could get that waist the smallest, you know, and who could structure that body to be the most dramatic. And the fit of Kendall in this dress, Kendall body has never looked better. Kendall has never had a body like that.
She hasn't eaten in days.
Baby, that dress snatched that waist, gave her hips, it gave her a body. I love Kendall in this moment. To me, honestly, guys, this goes out in the book, and let's remember this on this episode. This is my favorite Kendall look ever.
Absolutely.
She's never slapped me like that. Yeah. That was a good fashion slap.
It was.
She woke me up. She woke me up.
I'm awake.
Yeah, she woke me up. Next we have all-time supermodel, Gigi Hadid.
Hadid.
And a good, beautiful Zach Posen.
That red on her is just...
So let's talk about how red is the color of the year.
It is.
Red is taking over like white is. And red is normally not my favorite in my palette, but everybody's making me fall in love with it. It's just looking so good.
Because it's the richness of that red.
It's the rich.
It's a crimson.
It's the rich.
It's very rich. It's very blood.
Yes.
You know, it's deep. You know, it is everything that literally on that palette, that wheel.
It's so feminine.
It's everything.
Yes.
It's the richness of red.
Yes.
It's that color my client says, I want red. I'm like, are you sure you want red?
Red.
I'm talking about red, girl.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, and I always refer to it as Valentino red. I feel like Valentino was the first one to ever give us a really good red.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, but let's just talk about how Gigi, to me, I feel like I love her as an influencer and supermodel because she really knows her stuff as well.
She does.
For her to come to the red carpet in a Zach Posen, who I feel like rivals Paris Autiers. You know, Zach Posen is holding it down for the American designers.
Absolutely.
And that was done well, darling.
Very, very
yes. Well. So next we have Sierra and Dundas. Sierra?
Did she not get the memo? This is just me, darling. I mean, we're old Hollywood, honey. We're giving gloves. We're giving glam. Yes. We're giving hair. We're giving. It's not that we left any pieces behind. It's giving. We are singeing waists.
Yes.
It's all of the undergarments.
Yes.
It's everything old Hollywood used to do, and the simplicity of new actresses and singers.
Yes.
It's okay, but I love when a girl dresses up.
Yes.
I love when they give it their all.
Yes.
And I just felt like they didn't give it her all.
And that to me, I'm with you, Kym. I feel that this was an Instagram moment, not an Oscars moment.
No, it's a difference.
For Instagram, it was a slay down. I mean, her body looks incredible. I mean, Sierra slays anything she puts on. And it's really amazing. But for the moment of celebration, I just would have liked something very much more high fashion as well. I mean, it was a little too see-through for me. I would have liked maybe if it was something covering the boobs or, you know, just it needed more. It was too minimal.
Is she saying something to us?
Is she saying something? Is she having
What's she saying?
I mean, it's something.
Megan Thee Stallion back, so surprises might be on the way, baby.
Listen, that dress is saying I'm saying something. I got a message, honey.
Speak up.
Drop something.
She about to drop an album.
Yes,
She about to drop it like it's hot real quick.
Yeah,
She's gonna drop it like it's hot.
Okay.
And you know, it's not that we hate it, but it's just it wasn't for the event for me.
No.
Yeah. No. So next we have Julia Garner in Off-White.
Let me tell you something. Love Julia Garner. For those of you who are Netflix fanatics, you've watched Ozark. So to see her from Ozark and the way she dressed on Ozark, to see
to the
her red carpet, Vanity Fair, looking as fabulous as she does, I mean, dream come true.
Yes. So I mean, to me, she is definitely Snow White, darling.
Honey.
I mean,
she's the first number on the wheel, honey, at the foundation counter.
Listen.
It's like it's giving Sweden, honey. It's giving Norwegian moments, honey.
That skin was so iced and it almost was thawed out amongst that beautiful black. I live for it. It gave me ice cream. It gave me Devil Wears Prada. It gave me very Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada. It was just flawless for me.
And I think the hair helped to do that.
Yes.
I think the color of
silver
her hair, the silver hair,
the very pale skin against that white net mesh and net. It was just beautiful. And I love the neckline. The neckline was very gladiator for me.
It was very different.
It was powerful. It was strong. It was unique. I'm not used to seeing that shape and that cut in the neckline.
That doesn't work for me.
Well.
But it definitely worked for her.
Definitely wouldn't work for me either. But she pulled that off.
But she pulled it off.
She pulled that all the way off. So yes, kudos for Julia. Next we have Miss Fabulous, Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh, honey, Miss Tracy never does any wrong. She's gonna be first lady.
Okay, so first of all, your mother is Diana Ross.
Thank you.
You don't get no answers.
Is this a Diana Ross moment? Is this a Lady Sings the Blues?
It's Lady Sings the Blues. It's Mahogany. It took us back to the 70s. Let's just get into first the hat.
Honey, it's gonna be Billy D, baby.
The gloves.
It's Billy D.
The trouser. The overlay on the the shoulders. It hit every single mark for me.
It definitely did.
Every single mark for me. And of course, she was in Balmain.
Yes, what else?
Because we know here on the couch that Balmain is going to always give you a overdressed, glamorous moment.
Absolutely.
Because one thing that all of us going to do is he's going to overdress you, but you will be the baddest one in the room.
Period.
With no skin showing. Okay?
So like a long cigarette should have came and emerged from the fingers.
Yes.
Like she just did a long.
Yes, very bourgeois. It was very bourgeois. It was very, very, very bourgeois. It was fabulous. Tracy Ellis Ross gets it every time.
She does.
You know, she's just definitely an icon like her mother.
Absolutely.
Oh, I live for her moments too.
Yes.
I wait for her to get that red carpet because I
do
know
too.
I'm gonna love it, and I know it's gonna be something unique.
Yes.
So she does it for me.
Yes, and even though she's overdressed, she's still so effortless.
Yes.
You know, and that's a way to show up overdressed and still kill it. And last but not least, we have Judy Turner Smith in this amazing Gucci. Now let's talk about first, before we even talk about the dress, can we talk about this dark, beautiful, deep skin?
Yes.
As a makeup artist, Kym, you have to break this skin down to me because baby, it's beat.
Let me tell you something. That comes from having a chef.
Okay.
That comes from taking your vitamins and getting your rest.
Yes.
Drinking your water and minding your business.
Yes. Listen. And Kym just gave you the blueprint.
Yes.
Baby, that skin under that gown, this gown, Gucci is doing something, y'all. Chanel that went up on the prices. You might want to run over to Gucci because Gucci is slaying these red carpet looks to me. I feel like Gucci had some of my favorite looks last night, and this gown does not disappoint. This gown is very much... let me take my moment on what I get from this gown. This gown gives me artwork, and it gives me Cirque du Soleil. It gives me like a glamorous, like Cirque du Soleil. It's giving me precision. It's giving me deep waters, dark nightmares. It's a lot going on.
Yes, I love it. For all the reasons that you mentioned and all those details, those overlays of layers of fabric and adornments and accoutrements. It was just everything that a girl wants and dreams of. It's diamonds, it's velvet, it's everything. What else do we want?
It's luxurious.
It's almost like the designer came in and put this on her and designed it for her and said, now what else do you want?
Exactly.
What else do you want? It's top tier. It's top tier. It's top tier. That was absolutely one of my favorite moments at Vanity Fair. I literally had dreams about it last night when I went to sleep. It just was like haunting me. It's just a beautiful haunted moment.
It is a haunted moment. I couldn't have described it better.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
And Jodie is just gorgeous.
Yes, absolutely.
Gorgeous.
So next we have Cardi B and Robert One. Oh, can we?
Cardi is
Never drum roll with the stilettos. So we all know that here on this couch, Cardi B is my number one fashion savage.
Yes.
Kym Pastor, come on, we gotta manifest something real quick.
We gotta manifest.
I will have Cardi B on this couch.
Yes.
In the next year.
Yes.
When I tell you,
In the name.
I do it for Cardi. Cardi has come in my generation, I feel, and brought fashion back to life.
Yes, she has.
I have been studying fashion for a very long time, so my fashion vault goes back beyond decades. But I feel like for this newer generation who don't know all the archives, like I know, study Cardi. She is an icon.
And I totally agree with you. And she's not afraid to come out of that hip hop.
No.
You know, that hip hop whole moment.
She's
and
the
go
elite.
into, honey, the elite wealthy woman
She's
moment.
the A-list elite. She always looks like A-list elite. I mean, she just gives
It's like she's living in moments she prayed about.
Yes.
It's like I dreamt about this.
Yes.
Like I'm living in what I prayed about. I wanted to be wealthy. I wanted to come out of this hood. I wanted to be fabulous. And here I am.
Yes.
And you can tell that she doesn't push back. I get that she really allows Colin to have his moment. I really believe that she trusts her team and she allows them to work.
I feel like she sits there on her phone and she's checking on the kids. And she's ordering DoorDash for those that are in her house. It's like, girl, I ain't worried about nothing these people are doing because I know when I get up, it's gonna be a full situation. That's what I feel like.
And from my lips to the world, Cardi B will have her own exhibit very soon of her fashion archives because she at this point is become such an iconic person. It normally takes people 20 years to get to the level of looks that she has given.
But that's because because she trusts her team.
And that's because she trusts
And that's the key. For even upcoming artists that are watching this, you have to trust your team. Especially if your team is as fabulous as her team. They're very creative. They're not afraid to push the envelope. And they have fun with her with color.
I mean,
you think they're talking about color on her.
There's no boundaries that I feel with Cardi. She never gives us the same thing.
Nope.
And she always goes over and beyond. She is not afraid of fashion.
It takes all day to get her together.
It takes all day.
And she's not that artist that I work with sometimes who is like, I have 2 hours. I'm like, 2 hours? You're robbing us.
Yes.
This should be an all-day moment. Because we need time to get you in these undergarments. We need time to
And if we don't like something or if we want to elaborate on something. The thing that I have learned about this business, Kym, and I don't know, I learned that you never want to stop being an artist. Even though we become professionals.
Yes.
And we're doing it for the profession and we're doing it to, feed our families, whatever. You still want to feel like an artist.
Right.
And you can't steal that joy from your team. When you're allowing your team to have these moments, allow that artistry to flow.
That's
because that's
so let me run back to the wardrobe room and get a belt.
Yes.
Let me run back and get that bracelet.
Yes.
Let me elevate this look.
Yes.
And that's what I feel like they do with her.
Yes.
She lets them elevate.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
Absolutely. Next we have Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Chrissy Teigen is wearing Zahar Murad and John Legend is wearing Gucci. How do you feel about this moment?
They're cute.
They're cute.
I think they're cute. Yeah, they're cute. I don't feel like it was an over the top moment. I thought it was very beautiful.
Her hair color.
I loved her hair color.
That was something new for us.
It was
something new for us.
And I loved it was day old hair.
It was day old hair.
I know. And I know that's the look, Jay, but I just don't want to get into it. But I'm trying, but I do feel like it was a beautiful moment. I feel like she could have gone a little further.
Way further, because I feel like that's what I want to wear when I'm getting my makeup done to go to the red carpet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm wearing for the interview.
I want to cook my husband breakfast in that.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's my Sunday brunch when friends are over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not red carpet to me.
That's the moment when y'all come in and say, Jay, you're just so over the top. Are you walking around the house in this same robe? I am. So next we have Tessa Thompson in Moschino. Let me tell you something, y'all. Moschino has been having a moment.
Yes.
They have had a comeback.
Moschino to me is one that sometimes I feel goes too far in character. It kind of gives costume.
It does.
But lately, these red carpet moments are so refined and so fashion forward. And it's what I've been wanting to see from Jeremy Scott. I think Jeremy Scott is nailing it right now. It is your moment, Jeremy. I want you to keep pushing with this aesthetic. This look at Vanity Fair is all the rage to me.
Do you remember that perfume that Moschino used to have back in the day? That look, that bottle.
Yes.
I used to wear that perfume.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go find that perfume.
Everybody bought that perfume for the bottle alone.
For the bottle alone.
Yes.
It was giving that bottle of perfume.
That bra with the sleeves, the wicked sleeves with the glove. I mean, to me, it just is so fashion forward. It is so couture. It is just, couture. And for her to look so effortless in it, she didn't do too much with it. The hair pulled back. Is the hair in braids?
It looks like it.
That's a moment.
That's
a moment.
But Tessa Thompson is the right person to wear that.
Yes. I absolutely love it. It's giving me like sexy Dracula. It's giving me very much Halloween Glam. Yes.
It's giving that.
Yes. But that's the way to do it because it's not too costumey. It's still very, very much elegant and beautiful, and I love it. And next we have Natalia and Vanessa Bryant. I put them on the list, guys, because I'm just happy to see them out.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to see them overcome all the tragedy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and all the moments.
And Natalia looks astounding.
Yes, she does.
Natalia looks beautiful. Those long draped arms really brought the drama. She's really showing us that she's a fashion girl. I think she's going to be one that we need to be looking for in the future.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, she's about to come in and knock on Lori Harvey's door, I think. Okay.
Little competition.
Let's see. We'll
I like that. I like that.
And last but not least, Rita Ora in Wider Holtz. Another future moment for me. Another future moment. Okay, first of all, it's white is in trend. Secondly, this bustier, y'all, fading into this beautiful tulle chiffon at the bottom, but it's disconnected. It's being connected by little rings or some type of accessory.
Yes.
This dress is a dream to me. Rita Ora ripped that. It's like a Gothic bride.
It's a Gothic bride, and it is. The detail of that was just...
It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's beautiful. The jewels with it, the hair with it. There's not one thing about this look that I would change. Rita Ora knocked it out the ballpark.
It did.
Olay.
Yeah. I want you to understand. So we all know this is what you came for, my favorite part of the show. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the savage of them all? So, will you be a fashion savage? Or will you be a fashion no bitch? So we're about to get into these 95th Oscars looks. Some of them are favorites, some of them are not. Let's get into this list. So first we have Angela Bassett and Moschino by Jeremy Scott. Oh, this is such a fashion savage moment. Let's talk about how Angela came to win the trophy last night. And even though she did not win the trophy, she looked like the trophy.
Period.
That purple, that royal purple against her beautiful skin, that old Hollywood glamour hair, the diamonds, the necklace, it was absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Fashion savage.
She went home the winner.
Yeah. She went home the winner. Next we have Halle Bailey and Dolce & Gabbana. Fashion savage. So let me tell you what I loved about this dress. She is up for Little Mermaids and she is in this beautiful ice blue aqua color that I just felt like the color was just genius. When we get past the color, the fact that she walked and the entire bottom was made out of sheer tulle, so it was sexy. It showed her legs and she had like a undershort under it. I thought it was a new take on the Cinderella dress.
Yes, absolutely.
It was very sexy. It was very modern. It was very effortless. I mean, the dress just flowed with her. That was my favorite moment from her, honestly and truly. Yes. Next we have Cara and Ellie Saab.
Cara in this red.
Baby. Okay, so we already talked about how red is making moments in 2023. And baby, that's a moment.
A moment. A movement.
Okay, so let's talk about how I have always loved Ellie Saab for Ellie Saab ready to wear but such couture work. Ellie Saab is going to give you a drape. Ellie Saab is going to give you a beautiful flower. Yes. Ellie Saab is going to give you a beautiful fold. And this moment is so glamorous but still very young and fresh to me.
Very much so. She doesn't look old.
And when she walked in on the red carpet, I mean, it was like she was a walking red lipstick.
Oh, yes.
I loved it.
She was a red advertisement.
Yeah. I loved it. Cara came to the Oscars ready in that gown. That was a moment for me. Next we have Selma Hayek and another red spicy Gucci moment. What is your thoughts? You know.
I'm in the. Can you go in between?
You go in between. We don't have to be on the same accord.
Okay, I'm in between on that one.
Okay.
I just because again, I feel like I would have brunch in that at my home.
Yes. And so I'm gonna give it a fashion savage because let me tell you, I felt like Kym when I saw it just on photo. When she came on stage at the Oscars, it won me over. It had a shimmer to it that just knocked me out. She was a flame.
Okay.
She was a fire flame.
Okay.
It was a good fire flame. Gucci is really, like I said before, Gucci is giving us some looks.
And I
Gucci
feel like
is really coming.
That's what they were trying to recreate.
Yes.
The bottom of
the fire flame.
Yes.
And it did it for me. I really love the fabric. She looked really beautiful in it.
It's that top for me, I think, that did not fare well with that bottom.
Okay.
And that's what it was. It was the top for me, threw me off. It took away from that flaming moment.
Flaming bottom.
That hot fire. You know, that tamale movement you were talking about. It just didn't give me that. But, I mean, she's beautiful.
Yes.
And I was still cooking it at home for my husband.
Yes. Yes, Kim. So next we have Janelle Monáe and Vera Wang. Baby. Fashion savage all the way. Can we just get into the color combo?
Yes. Can we get into the fact that she's no longer in
baggy?
Yeah, baggy, black and white.
Yes. She's no longer
looking like the hell.
She's no longer the pallbearer at the funeral.
Right. It's happening here.
I could do another pallbearer suit from Janelle Monáe, and thank you, Jesus, that she came out and she came out flaming, baby, because that color combo, the cut on the skirt, the choker with the corset. I mean, Vera Wang.
The midriff. We've never seen her stomach.
We've never seen it.
And the body.
I didn't know she had one.
And the body is astounding. The body. And that chocolate skin against that orange is my favorite moment. But I just have to have a moment real quick because I had so many moments with this look. The symmetric cut on the skirt, okay. The structured bustier. Then getting into the choker, it is like youthful. It is very much boutique meets couture. It is just very young and fresh. It's just, Vera did that. Vera, that was a moment for you. It did not give me bridal. It did not give me, New York girl. It gave me very much LA, beachy, just effortless.
I thought Vera really just stepped out of her comfort zone.
She did.
Doing this with the color and the color selection and the cut of it. Because it did not give bridal. And that's what Vera is known for. Yeah, and she's going to give you wedding gown.
Glamorous wedding gown.
I've been to her home. You know I've been to her home.
No, Kim,
I have been to her home in the Hamptons.
Yes.
And it's very fabulous and it's very beautiful.
It's Vera.
Yeah, but it's very fresh. It was giving me wedding. It's giving me,
very bridal.
Very bridal. Her home.
Yes.
So I was very, very pleased with this. It took me somewhere.
It took me somewhere. And let's talk about the aesthetic of the fact that orange and black is not easy to pull off. Orange and black can go very Halloween. Yes. And there's nothing Halloween about this look.
At all.
That look is a winner chicken dinner.
Nothing scary, honey. Nothing scary about that one.
Yes. Next we have the winner of the Oscar last night, Jamie Lee Curtis.
So I'm giving it a fashion no, bitch. Sorry.
Everybody's
okay, don't get me wrong, Jamie, she was great and whatever, however, but again, my fashion no, bitch, because Andrew should have won an Oscar. Sorry. So that's what mine is for.
That dress is giving me circa 1992. It's giving me, honey, it's giving me Davis bridal.
The girls are not having it.
It's giving me, honey, it's giving me Mother of the Bride.
Yes.
It's just, honey, it's giving me so many things.
I am so with my girls on the couch. It is a no bitch for me, and let me tell you why. It's not because I'm upset that she won the Oscar, because I am upset about that, but I'm going to give you my real opinion on fashion at all times. It's my job. I hate that the color washed her completely out.
It did.
All the way out.
She looks like a chalk stick. She looks like a chalk stick that is shedding all over the place. Dolce's aesthetic with the gown, the shimmer, and the corset was beautifully made. And it was very well tailored and structured, but it just did nothing for her. She looks absolutely washed out.
It's still giving me circa 92.
92. You said it, Mother of the Bride.
Mother of the Bride.
But even my mother would have had to have a little bit more flavor and color.
Thank you.
Thank you. On to the next. So next we have Florence. Oh. So, before I put my paddle out, I want to see what y'all have to say. What's your opinion?
So, I love this overlay. I love this whole, because I would wear that over jeans.
Kym is my fashion sister.
Yes, I would wear that over jeans and a tank.
So let's do it.
Would you not?
Let's do it.
Would you not? I mean, I would own that.
Let me tell you why I'm in love with it. It's Valentino. So when you hear Valentino, you already know opulence. It's going to be couture. It's going to be beautiful. But where they made a genius was putting that hot pant with it. Yes. I thought the hot pant was everything.
Her point is, I'm coming to a party.
Yes. When she walked that red carpet and opened that up and showed that hot pant, it was such a new, fresh take on couture. And I love the jewelry and the hair pulled from the back and the pony wishing across the forehead. Oh, it was
she's
genius.
25, right?
Yes.
How old is she? She's 25. I mean, she should be in a hot pant.
Yes. That's everything, not eat her up. And like Kym said, I would love to wear it with a jean and a stiletto.
And a stiletto, honey. And pump in.
And storm.
And storm in real quick.
And storm. Just have lunch. Let's just have lunch. But that is absolutely amazing. The color palette was amazing. It was one of my faves of the night. Yes. So moving on to Zoe Saldana and Fendi. Oh, we are on a court tonight, honey. Zoe Saldana is so beautiful and has the body of a goddess.
They robbed her.
This is what she came in?
Somebody stole her gown.
But I wouldn't wear that to sleep. That's not even a lingerie piece I would wear to sleep.
I wouldn't wear that at all.
I would not dress my table in that dress. And we all know how I feel about Fendi. I love Fendi. Fendi is in my top 5, but that dress just does not do it.
It wasn't flattering.
Carl, do we miss you? Carl, do we miss you?
I mean, was she okay?
Oh, was she?
She didn't feel good?
Oh, that's the question we need to know. Yeah, because that wasn't it. Next, we have Jessica Chastain and Gucci. Baby, can we get close in on this look? Gucci slayed the carpet, y'all. Yeah. Gucci had moments. This dress is so decadent and so rich. That hair color amongst that sequin with that velvet trimming. And can we talk about the jewels? Those diamonds was everything. That is a fashion savage moment at its finest. Oh my God, that's Hollywood glamour right there.
Gucci was booked and busy.
Gucci was booked and busy, baby. Gucci was booked and busy. So
another one that's my red carpet favorite.
So next we have, I had to put the men on the list because last night the men was just giving me. And we had Lenny Kravitz and we had Austin Butler in Saint Laurent. I thought both of them looked amazing. Saint Laurent is now the go-to for menswear. I just really, really loved both of them in those looks. Of course, Lenny Kravitz gave us very laid back, very rock star Hollywood. And then Austin came because he was nominated for a lot of Oscars last night for Elvis. I need to actually watch it now because he's a cutie.
He's a cutie. And I love these epaulets of what is it? I love all this detail of your
yes, giving us a shoulder.
Yes, giving me a shoulder.
Yes, and it wasn't feminine. It was still very masculine.
Very masculine. I love that.
Yes, it was everything. The hair tousled all over the place. He looked very handsome and debonair. Next, we have Mrs. James, honey. Do we call her Savannah or do we call her Miss James?
Honey, she's hot like Savannah.
Baby, she is hot like fire. First of all, she did not make it to the red carpet. She was at the Vanity Fair event. And baby, that white Sergio Hudson gown that she wore to Vanity Fair was absolutely stunning. White was on trend and she did it so well. I love that it was so ever. She didn't put no jewelry with it.
But she never does.
It was given body, face, gown.
I love that she's come into herself.
Yes.
Like the last few months.
Absolutely.
Like from her even at Fashion Week Paris.
Absolutely.
You know, I enjoyed her at Fashion Week in Paris.
Absolutely, I did too.
Her husband was here trying to...
She was slaying it.
Honey, her husband was here playing ball, honey, and she was playing, honey,
yes, baby. And couture. She played couture.
Yes.
We went to Paris to play the couture.
She raised the kids.
And baby, she made great relationships because when I tell you she has given me everything that I want, it's an effortless, it's just minimal, it's simplicity at its finest. Baby, keep giving us looks. She is one to watch. She's climbing on up my list. She's climbing on up my list.
And she got the memo, as my husband says. She got the memo of how you can really fare well being married to a baller.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
Not giving, cookie cutter baller wife.
No, she's found her identity.
She's found it.
She's owning it.
Yes.
That was owned, darling.
We love you, Savannah.
Yes, fashion savage, tens across the board, darling. Give us a moment. Yes. Last but not least, one of my all-time favorites. Y'all know I love her. She could do no wrong in my book, but she slayed the Oscars last night. Is Lady Gaga.
Oh, Miss Gaga.
And Versace. So I gotta have a moment, girls, real quick. I gotta have a moment.
Boom is what I call her.
So, drum roll without stilettos. And you know Jade is always here to give you a fashion fact and a fashion moment, baby. Let me give you the moment. The moment was Gaga came on that red carpet fresh off the runway, darling. Donatella Versace just released her new collection for a spring collection in Los Angeles, first time ever done.
Wow.
And Gigi closed the show in that immaculate gown. Woo! The fact that gown made it to Gaga within days is groundbreaking. Gaga says, I don't wait for fashion anymore. It comes straight off the runway to me.
Honey, it chases her like favor.
Baby, Donatella does no wrong. The tailoring, the sheer, the cut in the back. Did you see the back of the gown? How it trimmed in the back and had the blowout at the bottom. Donatella is literally our architect at this point. She is no longer a designer. Donatella is undefeated. She is the best designer now alive. I'm sorry, I'm going to crown her right now. Karl Lagerfeld left us and Donatella has taken over. There's nothing that anybody is doing with Donatella. Baby, that whole dress is laser.
On no day.
Oh, okay.
And that's giving me Donatella.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
It's giving me old Donatella. It's giving me old Versace Mansion, Miami.
Yes,
1998.
Yes.
It's giving me that.
We need another cigarette. It's another cigarette moment.
Please.
And cocktails.
And the cocktail.
And all the things fabulous. And that neckline is to die for. And of course, beautiful. The face was beat down with a baseball bat with her new makeup line, House Lab. Yes. Gaga. I'm wearing her foundation tonight. I love her products. And that face was beat, y'all.
And again, I say, Gaga boom.
Gaga boom. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Ash, for coming and breaking down the Oscars with us. We had so much fun going over all these amazing fashions. And of course, Ash will always be back because this chair belongs to her as well. And we love you, darling.
Thank you.
So we all wait for the trendsetter uncovered, and who more fabulous to have than the Kym Lee, celebrity makeup artist, first lady of Forward Church, author of 2 books and a cosmetic line, Wink and Pout. Baby, you are an inspiration beyond, and I'm so glad to have you on my couch.
Oh, thank you for having me. When you read my bio, is that me?
That's you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's cheers before we get into this because I have so much that I want to talk about. So first, I want to start with your humble beginnings. What made you know that you really wanted to get into the beauty industry and take it by storm?
So I was an industry baby. I grew up in a salon. My family owned a salon in DC.
Okay.
And I worked at the salon, shampooing, answering the phones, doing everything your family does for you.
Yes,
I was that girl for my family and went to college, then went to law school. And my family thought I was going to be this really big, high-powered entertainment attorney. And I remember I was at Georgetown Law School, hating life, but just going with the flow. And I remember my cousin calling me saying, come to the salon today. I want you to do this bride. And I was like, do what to her? She was like, that's what you put a little makeup on in there. Mind you, this is before brushes. This is when we had sponge tip applicators.
Yes.
You know, this is when we didn't have color palettes. Like, there was this really inexpensive makeup that they used to sell called L'Oreal.
Oh, wow.
It was powdery. It was, it didn't have a whole lot of pigment to it. And so I literally was doing her face like this, like with my fingertips, right? And cotton balls and whatever I could put my hands on. And I remember her placing this bride's veil on her. And after I'd done her makeup and spinning her around to the mirror, and she began to cry. And I thought to myself, I have ruined this lady's day. It is a disaster. Oh my God. And she said, no, I've never looked more beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know if you remember years ago when Oprah had her show out, and she talked about aha moments. And aha moments stuck with me. And aha moments, for those that are watching, are moments where you know that something has to change.
Yes.
It's like when the light bulb comes on. It's like when that energy hits you like, whoa.
Yes.
It was an aha moment watching her cry. And I thought, if I could wake up every day and make women cry in a good way, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Now, mind you, this was a time when we didn't have all of the makeup influence that we have now.
Absolutely.
This was 30 years ago.
Makeup is a huge influence now. And I'm 35 years old. I remember when I first started transitioning and I first started getting into makeup, I had so many errors trying to find out how to do my makeup properly because there was not a lot of makeup on the market that really was for all women like it is today.
Absolutely.
Today, it is so many different brands and powders and foundations and colors and 54 shades. We didn't have any of that.
None of that. And we also didn't have YouTube, and we didn't have Instagram.
No.
We didn't have any of those social media outlets that we could go and kind of mimic. Yes. So I had, Derek Rutledge was my mentor because he was a family friend. He was, DMV homegrown. And I remember there was a really popular fashion guru here named Harvey Starr Washington.
Okay.
And Harvey Starr Washington and Derek were best friends, and they were family friends.
Okay.
And my cousin told them, my little cousin does makeup. Now, mind you, I had just done the bride. Okay.
Just did the bride.
I just did it with fingertips.
With fingers,
okay.
yes.
Really, I don't know if you want to call me a makeup artist, but okay. And so I remember going to a family event and meeting Derek, and Derek said, I want you to do a photo shoot with me. And we did the cover of one of the hair books. So I started off in the hair book industry. Okay. So hair for me is very, it's part of my beginning, right? Yes. I started in the hair industry, but then of course went into makeup. And so I did a lot of hair book shoots. So women would sit in the salons back in the day and they would thumb through magazines and say, I want those crimps. I want that red. Absolutely. I want that.
Hype Hair magazine.
Hype Hair, Sophisticated Black Hair. Yes. All of those, the big hardback books. Yes. I did all Passion magazine, which, women would rip out the pages and bring them in. But in the fold of those magazines, there were all of the credits. Yes. It was who did the hair and who did the makeup. And there I was, Kym Lee. And people always thought I was Asian. And so fast forward, I remember this is when I got into the brown girls, because brown girls are my specialty. And a lot of brown girls in Hollywood kept saying, who is Kym Lee? Because she is killing these brown girls, right? Yes. And these photo shoots. And so I started doing Venus and Serena, and I started doing
Venus and Serena.
Yeah, and I started doing Angela Bassett and all these people. Yeah. So I was a brown girl artist because in LA they just didn't have that. They didn't have artists that really knew how to do my chocolate girls, and I was that go-to girl.
And that's so amazing. Me and you are very parallel because I very much started off in design. I was always gung-ho about fashion, always wanted to be a fashion designer, started designing. But I went to hair school just to get my grandmother off my back because she was like, you came home from fashion school, you have to do something. And I was like, well, I'm going to go to hair school. My mother was a hairstylist, so, I grew up in the hair salon just like you on 8th Street, Calvinet, Miss Doris Clark. Yes. She's a hidden figure. That was my stomping grounds, the little child where I learned how to shampoo my first head. And then hair just started taking over. But I just recently, like you said, piggybacking because I'm pouring into you. I'm interviewing you, but I'm taking a lot in because I aspire to be, and to be in rooms that you've been in and have a career that you've had. And what I can say is I'm having that aha moment right now.
Wow.
Sitting on this couch and doing what I'm doing and giving myself in this arena is my real aha moment because I feel full circle.
Yes.
I feel full circle. And I have touched a lot of women's lives. I have done many brides and all of those things. And I have felt amazing doing those things. But I always knew that there was more. Now I feel like I'm having my purpose. So that's so amazing. Like your
global
journey.
Yeah, you're global.
Your journey is.
Yeah, you look like global. You look like everyone I work with in the industry that's global. It's a global look. And that's what you are.
Come on now. Fashion Savage is the global look. We will remember that. So, Kym, with all that you've done, Venus Serena, Angela Bassett, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, what made you stay in the DMV? Because most people that get the level of clout and jobs that you've had, they normally pack up, go to LA, go to New York. You know, what made you stay here?
So I did move to LA and I did move to New York. So I've lived in both.
Okay.
And I came back home because I've always been called to the A-lister, right? I have a very unique career. 90% of my clients are A-listers.
Yes.
God called me to do the best of the best.
Yes.
So if it was a CEO or if it was a person that specializes in somebody that created something, a A-list celebrity or, you know, whatever, that's the person that I've always been paired with. And so that person always had the budget to fly me. Yes. So I didn't have to move.
Listen,
it was like it kind of just worked. And I love DMV. I love DC. I love, you know, I have a son, you know, so it was that work-life balance that I was dealing with. And my son, you know, my family is special to me. Yes. We talked about that.
That's the Virgo in you.
That's the Virgo in me.
I was raised by 2 Virgos.
Yes. So family is big for me. And one of the things I used to really, that would anguish me being on sets and being on tours, because I did a lot of touring and a lot of movies, is that there were people who didn't have family.
Yes.
They didn't have family. Like we were their family. Like we would leave set and I'm like, what are you doing for Christmas? Yeah. And they're like, I don't know. And so I would take those
Bring them home.
Come home. Come to DC, eat crabs with us. You know, we're going to pick and peel. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk trash. We're going to play spades. And that's what we're going to do. I love coming home. And a lot of my friends just didn't have a home. And I felt like they were like little misfits. Okay. Right? They were like fashion and beauty misfits. Yes. And I always made a home for them. And that was special to me.
And that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's hard to find your tribe in LA. It is. I don't mind. Now, of course, I had a place in LA, but I would always come home because I love home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are so parallel because I'm the same way. I'm so family oriented. Always throwing big elaborate parties, family and friends. Like, I love just the energy of your loved ones. Yes. It fuels us to move on.
Why else are we doing this?
Yes. Why else are we doing it?
Yeah, am I doing this just to be able to, you know, I don't do this for likes, cars, and cash. I don't do it for that. You know, I do it because I was gifted to do it. Yes. And I do it because I have the opportunity to do it. And God has made room for me. But I also do it because I want my family. I have to have generational wealth for my family. Yes. You know, and I want my family to be able to take advantage of things and go to award shows and experience backstage lanyards and, you know, and the VIP treatment. Yes. That's for my family. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's somebody I just met on a set somewhere, like, come on, girl, no. My sister's coming. Yeah. My cousin's coming. Yeah. We're going to have a good time. Yes. Yeah.
And I tell young people all the time that I mentor, I tell them, if you're doing it for the money, you might as well get out of it now.
Get out.
If you are going to charge people, nickel and dime them, do it for the money, get out of it now. Because this business is about creativity and really being great. Rewards, money is a reward. Money going to come regardless.
I don't chase money.
If you're good, you're going to get paid. Yep. If you're good, you're going to climb the ladder. Like you said, you had A-listers that you didn't have to move because they started flying you out. But that's because you were good. See, the money is going to follow greatness. Money don't follow the person that is nickel and diming. That will instantly turn people off in this industry.
It turns them off.
You have to know when you're in the amongst of something great. You have to know that. Oh, I thought
we get excited.
Yes, we get excited. Yes. You have to know when you're amongst something great. And that is, I mean, the gems that you have, you've been in this industry now, what, 30 years?
30 years.
30 years in this industry. So, at what moment did you pivot and become, you know, first lady, author?
I realized that my makeup case was my pulpit.
Okay.
And it allowed me to be able to share messages with people that were special and that were unique. Mm-hmm. I realized that I had a gift. And I remember going to my pastor years ago saying, I am getting hit with some really tough questions by my clients. I feel like I need to be in a counseling class.
Yes.
Right? From a ministry perspective. So I just took a class in counseling, Christian counseling, because I wanted to be able to tell a woman why he left. How do you survive that? Yes. How do you survive, you know, suicide? Your loved one committed suicide. Mm-hmm. Kim, what do I do? Mm-hmm. You know, and these were the hard questions. Why did I get AIDS? Why am I dealing with this, you know, this degenerative disease? Why is my career over? Yes. And those questions are intimate questions because the only thing that separates me from a client is a cape. Yep. We got this. We bleed the same blood. We got the same heartbeat. Absolutely. So they feel like that. You know this. They share with me, and so I took a class, a ministry class on ministry counseling, Christian counseling. And from there, my pastor said, Kym, you're really called to be a minister. And I was like, well, I don't want to be on a pulpit. He was like, well, if God tell you to be on a pulpit, you're going to be on a pulpit. But really, my pulpit mainly has been my makeup case. Yes. As soon as I open that case up, it's like people just start weeping.
Yes.
Like it's crazy.
I know it as a hairstylist.
Yeah, and women just start really just kind of sharing their heart and their passions and their dreams, their failures, their fears. And they're looking to me for answers. And celebrities that I don't even work on anymore still come to me for that counseling. And it's very sacred, and I don't post it and I don't talk about it, but it's special to me. And so that pivot came when I was really, I would say it was before Whitney, but I was with Whitney in her last moments. And I realized that my calling was bigger than I thought.
Yes.
Because watching her doubt herself.
Yes.
With 31 number one hits.
Yes.
And question her God-given ability to be great.
Yes.
I remember one time being on set with her, and there were thousands of people outside of the trailer. They were chanting her name. She said, what they out there saying? He opened the box just enough for her.
She met that.
All that she had achieved.
Yes.
All that she had done.
Yes.
She still didn't know she was.
And let me tell you why, Kym, I'm sitting here on this couch in an aha moment. And I'm not gonna cry. Glam is too good tonight to cry. But my grandmother loved Whitney Houston on another level. My aunt actually dated her brother, and my grandmother would blast Whitney Houston every weekend. Every Friday and Saturday night, she was on the loudspeaker blasting. Whitney was my youth. And what I know about Whitney is why I knew that I had to overcome my fears and sit on this couch, because I did not have the humble beginnings. I had it very hard, and I had to overcome a lot of things. And being a hairstylist, like you said, when women started unleashing on me, I was able to be that therapist because I have overcome so much. And I didn't have anyone when I was overcoming the things that I was overcoming. I only had God. I really gave my life to God in prayer and just pushed for healing through that. But I realized that my real healing besides God came from when I started talking and having these conversations with women and being able to help them come out of what they were coming out of. And if I never did that, I couldn't have flourished into what I have now flourished into today. And Whitney, to me, I genuinely feel that Whitney can never be Whitney.
She never could be Whitney.
And when you can't never be yourself, because I lived that for 18 years of my life, where you sitting in a room and you're literally never yourself. You're sitting in the room and never feel like you are amongst people and you are living your truth and being yourself. It's worse than being dead. And it breaks my heart for Whitney, you know, and I'm so glad that that experience pushed you to now be an inspiration for people, because I'm gonna tell you, Kym posts a lot of things on her page, okay? Kym got one of those pages that just kind of is a smorgasbord of all kinds of things. She got her ministry going, she got fashion going, she got makeup going, she got just being out and about going. But when you get on there and say them prayers, you hit me every time. It hits me every time. How many times we have to ask when we get off camera, have I sent one of your prayers to somebody? Because it's just like, it speaks, you know, and then you could tell that it's coming from that place of just really being in rooms to learn moments of the fame, the money, all that. It's not what makes us. Like, our souls is what matters.
It is, and it is so important that we share our stories, because the Bible tells us that we're overcome by the words of our testimony, what I've been through, and the blood of the Lamb, meaning what God has gone through to help me.
Yes.
So when we have those moments where we share, it helps somebody overcome, because they know, hey, I can identify. I realize I'm not in this by myself. That's why people commit suicide. That's why people go into depression, because they feel like they don't have anyone to understand. So you gotta tell your story.
You do.
You gotta talk.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
And you gotta tell people, I got through it. I was where you were. I was rock bottom. I did it. I slept with this one and that one. I smoked this. I drank that. Whatever it was that your downfall was. And I know that I can come out of it. I can overcome it. Because I did it, so you can do it too.
Yes. That is so real. And like Tyler Perry said, he helped somebody cross. You got to help somebody cross. Your purpose is only as big as who you help cross. That's right. You know? That's right. And that's a real thing. So moving forward and talking about First Lady Kym Lee, Dr. Kym Lee, First Lady at Forward Church. I feel that, yes, you paint, but I feel like that was your era. That was an era. Those 30 years, you did it. You was immaculate. You got all the notches on your belt. You have done that. But you're really just sliding into this ministry and you're doing all of these beautiful conferences with all these powerful women and, you know, you're just really giving back. And what does that look like on a daily basis for Kym Lee? And where do you plan to fully go with it? What's the future in your ministry?
I am transitioning into this woman that I'm trying not to cry. I'm transitioning into this woman that I'm afraid to be. And I'm being honest. I'm someplace I've never been. But what God has reminded me of, I prophesied this word to my ladies. I say, we are in a season of firsts.
First.
And you will do it for the first time.
You will do it.
And there won't be any example of what you aspire to be.
Yes.
So you are the pioneer. You are the forerunner. Yes. You are the champion of this.
Yes.
So don't look for affirmation.
I knew Kym was about to take me to church.
No one will be able to do that but you.
Yes.
And so everything I minister to them, I'm living it.
Yeah.
And I realized that even with Forward, we're not a ministry, we're a movement. Okay. We do things very unconventionally. I'm called to the marketplace. I'm called to the one who is on set. I'm called to the woman who is in the boardroom. I'm called to her because those people won't walk into the four walls of a church. Yes. But what they will do is entreat and entrust me with their heart. And if I can get to your heart, I can get to your soul. And that is what I'm called to do. And so I realized that my walk with God is bigger than a collar and a cloak and a Bible, but it's me, my fruit. My fruit is ripe. And people are attracted to juicy fruit. Yes. I tell people all the time, my fruit is my gift. It's and the fruit of the Spirit is your love, your patience, your temperance, your meekness, those things. People are attracted to juicy fruit. Yes. They don't want fruit that's not ripe. Yes. They don't want fruit that's not good. They want fruit that's ripe. And my fruit right now is ripe. Absolutely. So that is what's pulling people. And so God is taking me into these journeys and these rooms and these places that I've never been before. Yes. I don't know what it looks like. I don't have a blueprint. Yes. But I'm open to it. Yes. And to hear you say that that was a moment for me as an artist is something my husband has been saying to me. And it's so hard to let go of, although it is part of who I am. Yes. But it's hard not to just hide behind that. Because that's what makes me comfortable.
And Kym, so we're gonna marry each other on this couch. And we're gonna give it to y'all on the show. Because that's been me behind the chair doing hair. As a hairstylist, everyone in the DMV knows me as a hairstylist, the wig slayer, the natural hair slayer, the products. But the reality is God is shifting us. And you know better than anyone, there is no fear here where God is present. That's right. And God is in this room. He is in this room. Behind these glitz and glams is spiritual souls that really understand this journey because this industry is not easy. This is a very hard industry. You can feel very lonely at times and you can feel very not appreciated at times. And we have to know when God is shifting us. And so I support the shift. Thank you. I think it's your calling beyond. I watch for the makeup and all of that, but when you give me that prayer, like it really sets me. It really helps me. It really does so much for me. And how you just broke down your church. I genuinely feel like we're in a time and an age where people are getting away from the church house because they feel that churches are outdated, too traditional, or they don't belong. They feel like because, like Beyonce came up with Church Girl, because they are shaking, they dancing, they partying, they doing whatever, that they can't be amongst the church goers. But church is only a schoolhouse to learn about the Bible. Let that be clear. And at the end of the day, you creating a movement instead of a ministry is what this youth needs to understand, that you can love God. You can love God and be down to earth and be yourself. A lot of this youth is staying away from the church house because they feel like they can't be who they are. And God loves us wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly. And that's a lesson that literally, because I'm a church kid. And my life being different and God calling me to this earth to be unique and different almost killed me because I wouldn't walk in what God had for me because I thought what the church sayers were saying.
Heaven is going to look a lot different than people expect.
Yes.
It's going to look a lot different than people expect.
Absolutely.
And people with a heart to serve, to give, to love.
Your soul matters.
Trust. Your soul matters. The health of your soul matters. Yes. And that's what I teach. It's the health of your soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kym is so fabulous. Okay, so tell us about these 2 fabulous books and what is to come from the second volume, because it's a volume to the first one.
That's right. So Brain Beauty, again, is a movement, and what God has allowed me to do is to take beauty and break it down and parallel it. God speaks to me in metaphors, so I break it down. The process.
And that's literally how Kym talks. In metaphors. You got to catch the gems.
You got to catch them because they come quick.
Yes.
And so I'm painting this picture about makeup, but really I'm telling you how to live and be beautiful from the inside out. And I'm talking about it. In my first chapter of the book, initially from the first volume, I talk about exfoliation.
Okay.
Because we know you can't put makeup on
without exfoliating.
But that's not been exfoliated, meaning skin that's dead, skin that needs to be revived.
Yes.
And so I parallel it to exfoliating the past. You can't let your ugly past prevent you from a beautiful future. And that's what people so often do. They live in unforgiveness.
Because that is speaking to me in 2023. So when we let go of the ugly past, and this could be friends, family members, lovers, however, Kym, do you feel that it is okay for us to move forward without them? Can we move forward without people just because they have labels?
Absolutely, because forgiveness is not about them. It's about
you. And you can forgive someone and still never
because it's not healthy.
With them again. There you go.
It's not healthy. You have to be in healthy relationships. You have to put people where they are. You have to micromanage things, and you have to compartmentalize people and put them where they belong.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the book is on Amazon.
The book is on Amazon. So volume 2 is on Amazon. Angela Bassett wrote the foreword, which is amazing. Yes. Angela wrote the foreword of the book. And so it's pretty incredible. And I have Monique Rodriguez. I have Cynthia Bailey in it. I have moments with Cicely Tyson. I have moments with Fantasia. You know, all of my favorites.
A legend.
Yeah, she's a legend. So I have some of our sneak peek moments in there. And so I've just some powerhouses in that book. And I want people to hear it. I have prayers in this volume. I also ended with words of affirmation. So the book is full, and it's a tabletop book this time. The first book was a softback book. I did it, and it was wonderful. But this one is gorgeous.
Okay.
And it's a tabletop book. It's a full-size book.
You got to send one over to
I'm going to send one over to Fashion Savages. I'm going to sign it. Yes. And so it's incredible. So I'm talking about transition in this one, and I'm talking about how you can actually transition into your next, because that's what so many people just don't know how to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then transitioning to the next, I am so happy to see what's next for you. Your chapter is so bright. I'm just overwhelmed. The spirit on this couch is just beyond what I can describe and what y'all can see on camera. And Kym, we have known each other for a while now, and you always, pour into me in your metaphors in your way. And I'm just so glad and happy to see where you are going to go with everything. I truly am. And my blessings are with you. And I'm so glad that you took the time to come sit on the couch with me to talk everything Oscars and Fabulous. It's been a grand time.
Thank you. And I have enjoyed myself. This has been one of my favorite interviews. One of my favorite. I'm not just saying
y'all got that on record.
One of my favorite interviews with Jay Simon. Fashion Savages.
Yes. We love y'all. Until next time, we must have Kym back. So we pray that everything. What's my saying? Oh, that was champagne and cuisine. You can cut us off.